$60 a pound for Baighan. I have to never again.
Buy the one in the pack.
Buy the one in the pack.
The one in the pack that doesn't mix
The
with water.
instant Baighan. I feel so like we're gonna look for that. What's going on, guys? Shane Knockabout here. We're in the kitchen today. We're gonna cook curry conchs with Baighan and aloo and Dosti roti. A classic, long-time favorite. Stay tuned and don't miss this one. The Baighan is like a real seed in it all. I vex I go and buy this. I go buy it still. I feel like if I go in this move. Yeah, so some of the ingredients we have, of course, we went by facades and I get some conchs, some real fresh conchs. It's smelling like nice, real nice. It's smelling like a mango. I can't lie, I had to wash that real good. I have some nice pimentos, some very expensive Baighan. For whatever reason it's selling expensive, I guess it's because of the rain. I have some potato, a little green seasoning, celery, shadow belly, and 2 onions. I want to use that for the green seasoning blend that we always use, right? Also, to make the roti, regular thing, all-purpose flour, that already open and used from, butter, baking powder, right? Today to do the conchs, we're using this chatak curry masala. It's a spicy blend. You see how this one used? I could remember using this already, but I couldn't remember the flavor. The last time I used the Raj Puri, I think it's 9 spice curry. That was around the curry brand. This too, but nothing can beat back the Trinistyle limited edition spicy curry powder. If you haven't got one, go and get one now. Right, so we open up them conchs. I have it a bit smaller, but like I said, I will not wash it properly before it is I put it on my cutting board. I don't like to have everything smelling fresh. They look like nice conchs, decent thing. I never cooked this thing before. I only see my mother and father cooking it. So that is why I decided to cook. I didn't know what to cook. Come on, father, I asked him what to cook. He said anything you cook, I eat. So, instantly I remember he like conchs, so that's what we got cook. Right, so honestly, I don't know if I had to clean out anything else from this. I think that is the day, that is the conchs. Right? I don't know. Does it look like it anything else to clean out? Just everything over here looking edible. That go work there so. I'm going to my father and ask him. You can pose it. Mom?
Yeah?
When I buy clean conchs, you start to clean out anything from it again?
Yeah, that's great. Better separate that thing and the tentacles, the long thing, you have to pick out all that of it.
What long thing?
If you feel in that soft spot like that,
Yeah.
cut it and you will see tentacles will fall out through that.
Tentacles?
Long thing, a long curly thing.
Me you see that, you know. Alright, so after getting proper information, we have a lot of work to do. You have to cut the conchs in half. This is what they say. Cut the cut the clong in half. Cut the conchs in half. And inside here, have something called tentacles. Take out that. And then scrape out all the black part from the conchs. Too much of work if you ask me. Alright guys, so what felt like an entire 24 hours later, this is what we have. Clean conchs. Now, come up close, please, let me show you something. When you cut in the conchs, you have to cut it in half, right? And you see this inside here? This has something like a little tentacle kind of rubbery thing. We are custom cleaning it. I know a lot of people just cook with it, but we are custom cleaning it out, so that will take plenty time. And then after this over here, all this over here was brown, kind of black looking. That is the mud from, well, the mud that stick onto the conchs that was sucking all the time. So you had to scrape out all that to get out majority of the freshness and the bad taste. So you see, the conchs looking a lot better and like, you know, more edible. Because, like I say, this is the first time we cleaning conchs. This is the first time we actually doing anything like this, like many of my videos. So that's what we have here. I'm going to cut it up into smaller bite-sized pieces and then we'll season it, right? So this thing, I'll probably cut it smaller and that's average bite-sized pieces. I don't want to cut it too small, right? But this is something that's not like it can melt away in the pot and disappear. So that is what we're doing. Just cutting it smaller. I have a lot of pieces that are already small, so I probably wouldn't cut it too much more. But like average, when you watch it, like this is the size we're looking for. So I'm gonna run through all this quick and then we'll season it. This reminds me so much of gizzard. It's the exact same texture as gizzard. After we cut it smaller, I'm going to wash it again, right? Just to be sure. Oh, and a little tip for anybody who cooking conchs for the first time, I realize the longer it's soaked in water, the easier it'll be to clean and the easier it'll be to scrape. So maybe you could soak it in water for like a half an hour and then start to clean and scrape and whatnot. Because coming down to the end, the pieces that was soaked plenty, the mud and the black pieces and thing, it started just scraping out without any real effort now. So it wasn't anything too difficult. So we just transfer it into this big bowl over here so we can start to season. See now how nice and clear the water is now. It's looking murky, it's looking brown. The conchs looking real nice. We're ready to season. Normally, what I'll do is blend the seasoning, but today I'll just go and cut it up, right? Yes, really. Run your knife through. Nice and small. This looking like a lot of seasoning because it is a lot of seasoning for this little bit of conchs. But don't forget, we still have the baighan and we still have the aloo to add in it. I'm going to chunk the conchs and let that cook and get a little soft. And then, like about, let me say 10 minutes to 20 minutes before it finish, before everything ready, is when I'm going to throw in the baighan and the aloo. Right? I'm just going to take a little bit of this and leave it one side because I know I like to add the fresh seasoning almost to the end of the cook to bring out that aromatic flavor and that fresh flavor in the food. So half of this, we're going to season the conchs and cook with that. Then we're going to put in the baighan and the aloo. And in the last, I'm just going to turn in the rest of the seasoning, right? Take out some of the seasoning, put it one side, and the rest going in inside here. We have 2 onions that I had already peeled. Let's go and slice these onions real thin. I'm not worrying too much about making it too fine because this going in at the beginning of the cook, it's going to melt out. And I'm going to use the 2 whole onions. I'm not skimping on any green seasoning or any flavor or anything like that. Also adding to seasoning and flavor in the dish, I have 5 green pimentos and I also have 5 red ones. Just slicing them in half and then slicing them smaller. Huh? It's smelling hot, huh? It's smelling nice though.
Yeah.
I really believe that red pimentos have a different flavor from green pimentos. The same way all the different hot peppers just have different flavors. The yellow pepper, you can make regular pepper sauce with yellow pepper and you might feel like if you make a lime pepper sauce just because it have a different flavor. So there's 2 going inside the bowl. It's looking like Christmas. Check it out. Continuing, we have all the fresh and green seasoning inside here. I'm just going to add some of the all-purpose seasoning. Anybody want to make our all-purpose seasoning home? It's very simple. Cayenne, paprika, ginger, salt, black pepper, and that is the base to any real good all-purpose seasoning. To that, if you have any kind of lemon pepper, you could add lemon pepper, you could add some sage, some oregano, some fine thyme. It's really what you like and what you don't like. If you don't like rosemary, don't add the rosemary. Nothing gonna happen because you have so much different seasoning in it. And all you know where the spoon come from? I don't know about all that, but this thing looking real good. We have a pot on the stove, good heat, like medium to low heat. I want to fry up the curry good. I'm just gonna throw in some oil, wait for the oil to hot a little bit, and then we'll throw in the curry. Today, like I say, we're using the chatak spicy masala. Good. I'm not going to add any saffron to this. I'm not going to add any saffron, any achar masala, any jeera, nothing. I'm using it as is because I really want to try the flavor in this curry. A lot of people when they're cooking curry who new to cooking or who never cooked with curry before, they'll just buy this and literally just throw this in the pot. And we have always been adding more saffron or jeera or, like I say, something else in. Today, I'm doing it full with this brand of curry. Let me see how it tastes, right? Good. We're going with about I'll say about 3 tablespoons of curry like this. 1, 2, 3. Just let that fry up good in the oil. As you probably figure out at all, this pot is not my pot. So I just give this a good minute to really fry up and become like a thick paste before I throw in the conchs. Curry smell real nice, boy. Curry smell good. And sometimes I'll go through and see this have turmeric powder. Coriander, turmeric, black seed, fenugreek, cumin, achar masala, mustard seed, anise, which is star anise, salt, black pepper, cinnamon, cardamom, clove. So is a good or wrong curry? So you can see there's a good heat. We train this thing here. Right, I'm just gonna cover it for a minute and add some water to it. Right, so I find it looking dark. My curry definitely didn't burn because it didn't smell burn. It didn't have enough time to burn or anything like that. So throw in the water and see what's going on. Right, just cover that and let it cook. Alright guys, so you learn something different every day, right? What I use today is a curry masala blend, right? See it over there, curry masala. Normally what we will use is something called a curry powder. So I now went and I checked it out because I didn't do anything wrong. My paste and my curry powder and thing definitely didn't burn. But I find it come out more black. And I was trying to figure out why it come out so dark because it didn't burn. But because it is a masala blend, it have a lot more roasted jeera or cumin and fenugreek seeds in it. So because they roast it and then they blend it, when you fry it up over here, it'll become a lot darker than what we are accustomed regular curry powder doing. So I get frightened when I chunk the conchs and I watch and I see them, something black come up on top. But it's just because it's a masala blend and not a regular curry powder blend that has a lot more turmeric in it. So I was frightened, but I know I didn't do anything wrong. So you learn something new every day. Let me see how the flavor is. You can see some of them aloo done have getting black spots in it already. Some of the bigger ones, the older ones. I don't peel a couple of the potato. I'm gonna do one of the baighan. No, the baighan, I'm not gonna peel all the skin off. What it is do is just streak it. So you leave some and you peel some, like how you do with the cucumber. Yeah. Like that it. 1, 2. Use it 2, yes. Good. Now we're gonna cut it up same way like the potato. Oh shucks, the potato I cut up yet. We cut this and the potato in chunks. Cut it in half, then in quarters. Right? And then so. I just add a little more water just to keep it bubbling because I know this is going to take a little while to cook. Finish cut up this baighan. All this had a washer. Same thing with the aloo. Right, let's go wash this. Baighan and aloo. Baighan and the aloo. The baighan and aloo inside here. Just a little bit of all-purpose seasoning. Just to soak in a little bit of flavor. Give it a little mix. I'm going to set this one side until the conch soft. So we're going to marinate a little bit. And then we get started with the Dosti roti. This is the second set of water I added over here. Me and Reese tried 2-piece. It was real tasty and nice, but obviously it was hard. We just wanted to see how it would taste. I have inside here probably like about 6 to 8 cups of flour. Last time I make the roti for the pepper roti, I had too much baking powder. I'm gonna add about, I average like about this amount. And a little touch again, right? Good. I'm going with 1 spoon of sugar, half spoon of salt, and I was going to use the butter, but I remember I have ghee. I used this ghee when I was making what was that way? The biryani, the goat biryani. So I'm gonna add 1 spoon of the ghee. One and a little bit. Right? To this, we're gonna add some water and combine the mixture together. So I take my spoon and just making a well in the center. Well. Cover. Just go in with your hand and start mixing everything one time. So that's the way you can add a nice soft dough. Come together nicely there. I could probably just a little bit of dry flour just to get rid of the stickiness. But that's what I want, a soft dough. Right, so your dough come together, nice, smooth, soft, rugged. I break a sweat doing this. So I just leave your dough over here and let it rest for like about a 10-15 minutes something, and then we'll come back, break out the small loaves and get ready to make your Dosti roti. Alright guys, coming close there is show them we dough like a nice smooth. Let's get this thing started. See how that? Can't teach that no way, you know. How to make mess. Who clean up this after you? How do we? Good. Last time I did real small now way. I mean real big. So I'm making it hopefully this small enough. I want roti there. Wait so. Like 2. I take a bit of dry flour in my hand so the flour will stick up, right? Mommy gave me some tips about when I'm making roti. When you're breaking the dough, she said don't roll it back. I just so accustomed, like all my baking classes and all my knowledge with making roti and thing. When you're doing bread, you learn when you break a smaller dough, you learn to knead it back into itself so the top will be real nice and smooth. But that does work when you're making bread and you're leaving that to rise another time. So the more you work your dough, is the more stiff you're going to get. And you don't want this to get stiff. So that is how much? That is 4 so far. This one a little bigger. Let's take out a little piece. You just squeeze it with your hand, so there's nothing too difficult about it. Split this into 2. Right, So how much lettuce we have here? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Dosti roti we end up with, which is real good. Okay, it's about that time where we throw in the Baighan and Aloo. Yeah, boy. Good thing. So I tell you the truth. I can remember my mommy and well, mostly my grandmother and my grandfather cooking this when I was small, right? I never like it. I never like it. I never want to see it. I never want to eat it. I never want to have nothing to do with it. I want KFC. And never in life would I think I would say to myself, yeah, why Sachin, cook some Baighan and Aloo and Conchs and Dosti roti and eat it. That was never something I would think to myself that I would have feel to eat it. And today, cooking it, like I try one piece of the Conchs and it tastes real soft and nice. I actually feeling to cook it and eat it. You know what I'm saying? Getting old, right? Getting old. Let's sprinkle a little bit of dry flour here. Mommy say, pick it up. One in the flour, one in your ghee, and you stick it together. Like one. Let me try this one first, because I'm excited. Do real soft and nice. Just a little bit of dry flour on the two sides. Not too much, otherwise it'll come out like bread. Yeah, let's take your time and roll it out. Nice and thin. I get some room. Please tell me this is not a bale and a half, this is a rolling pin. Roti feeling nice and small, give me small, nice and thin, boy. It'll come out nice. The first one is always come out weird shape, you know. I think I did so. Good. On the tower, you could always pull it and fix it a little bit to the shape that you would like. I test out this one, cook this one first, see how it's looking, and depending on how it come out, I'll know if it is I want to add, if I want to roll it out any more thin. I feel it's looking real good. I have a dabbler here, also not my one. So waiting for some bubbles to come up, throw it up. Maybe I could raise the heat a little bit. When you start to see the bubbles, you'll flip it over. So, good licks. Please, you ever get licks with this? I never get licks with this. I never get licks growing up, you know. Somebody could say that explains a lot. So, you see what's going on here? Turn it over. Yeah, looking nice. I forgot my brush. Brush. This look like a brush? Tell me, that is why you get licks. That is exactly why you get licks. The thing is trying to get the correct temperature from the thing. Nice. Hey, you ever see those rotis? Well, a little bit of garlic butter on this boy. Just press it down. I just straight up burn my hand on this one. Those rotis are nice, man. When I say when you do a roti, just look for an edge. When you feel it cook, and yes, they just separate it. So, see? You separate it with roti. Good. That's looking real nice. I think I could finish it, but I'll just leave it a little longer just to be sure. I don't want it to be raw. Right, guys. So I feel like the roti done there. Nice, soft, silky, thin. All the descriptions you want to hear when you're cooking a Dosti roti. Good. Dodo popo dodo, your mommy gone to town. When mommy come back, she will give you sugar plum. Check out we. Ah, this thing looking nice, boy. Looking real good. I would have stuck cook down. And I don't know if the term correct, I think they say black pot. When I get thick and kind of sticky kind of way. So we continue here. While I'm over there, we're gonna multitask. Right? Because we're feeling overconfident now. Right? Everything looking nice, everything going smooth. For now. Until further notice. Guys, check out this roti now. If only didn't subscribe before, this is a reason to subscribe. I don't understand why them old man and them just have a cloth on their shoulder when they cooking roti. Like good heat in them. Nice. Just let it finish cook because the two sides don't have oil in it. So this two roti looking like a good here. Mommy likes she roti a little crispy, so I'll do two crispy for her. Good. Nice. Let me continue. This cooking down nice. The baighan, most of the baighan melt. The aloo, it getting soft. So now I'll leave it open and I'll lower the heat a little more for the aloo to finish cooking and for the sauce to kind of dry out a little bit and for it to get nice and creamy and sticky and thick, like how she named it. Good. Yeah, so almost done cooked. I think missed the whole pot, yes? We're gonna put 1, 2, 3 hot peppers. I put it in the last because I just want a nice floral flavor to go through. I don't want it to be overbearing. My name is not Vidya Ramuta. That girl does eat pepper. But this is just to give it a nice flavor and bring the entire dish together. Anybody want to take a little piece of pepper and bore it, as we will say, they're free to do so. I had 2 more roti to finish, and this finish over here. Then it's time to taste this. Time to taste this. You see the roti. The roti still, real nice and soft. It's separating, as you could see. Nice and soft, right? I have very old memories of eating this. So the first thing I pick up when I take up the conchs over there was piece of the pepper. But the pepper give you a real nice, fresh flavor. You could taste the fresh seasoning that I add to the end. Remember the fresh seasoning that I put separate. I add that in the end and I just mix it up together with the raw pepper. I mean, the flavor is all there. You get the baighan, you get the aloo to tone it down a little bit. The conchs real soft. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I ate conchs, but the conchs is real soft and it's nice. It actually similar to gizzard, I would say, but it's real soft texture. The flavor with all the different aromatics and then really come through in the end, and they give you a fresh seasoning flavor. How to say, it's something like if you're eating something close to chow. I don't know why, but really nice dish. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If it is you all enjoyed the video, please ensure to like and subscribe. I recently hit my 6,000 followers and we're heading to 7,000. So thank you all again for all the love and support. Until next time, love you all. Bye.